And Ken Kreitzer, Cam Vets Media at Army football practice. Black Knights getting set to play Notre Dame on Saturday at Yankee Stadium. Have a chance to talk to Army senior linebacker Brett Gerena. Brett, how is it going? What was the practice like out there? It looked pretty spirited.
Definitely spirited. I feel like Coach Munkin and Coach Woody and Coach Woody have really harped on just the little details right now. This game, the little details will help us win this game. It's a combined team effort from how we approach the field, how we approach weight room, how we approach meetings. And I feel like we brought the energy today. We definitely had a positive attitude, and we fixed the mistakes that we needed to fix. Crucial mistakes that need to be done. Like I said, we all focus on the little details, and that's what we did. We kind of conquered that today.
Absolutely. Riley Leonard, the Notre Dame quarterback's had quite a season. Not only does he throw the ball, but he's run for over 600 yards this year. And what do you see in the Notre Dame quarterback that's a challenge?
He's a really good ball player. He is a really, really good ball player. It's good for him, good for Notre Dame and the future they have. We focus on one thing at a time as a team. We're not really focused on one player or one type of offense they want or defense. We focus on their team, and we focus at the mission at hand, and we focus, on our biggest enemy, which is us. If we fail as internally and how we play, and we're gonna lose this ball game. So, go out there with a positive attitude, high energy, and play the game ball.
Very good. You've been able to put some pressure on the opposing quarterbacks this year. You got a number of sacks. What is key for you on being able to get past the offensive line and get in, make a play on a quarterback or running back?
It means the world to me just to play with the guys out there. I could be a water boy. I could be, someone recording the practices. I love it. I'm with the guys. I'm embracing every role I have. And all I can say is just blessed. I'm blessed to be around great coaches, great players, just great managers, great staff. And I'm happy I have a role for the team.
Absolutely. How is it this week? You've got the Corps Cadets, you've got national media, you've got more attention than almost except for Army-Navy game week. How is it to keep everybody focused, especially as a senior, trying to keep the younger players focused?
Yeah, it's definitely hard. It's definitely hard because, this is they're new to this environment. And I think the biggest thing is, and that we've done a really good job at it, it's just staying complacent, but also reminding the players to stay complacent, with everything we do. And we have to show that by upperclassmen example, especially, the captains have been doing a really good job, and the coaches have really been doing a really good job. Seniors, just showing an example on keeping an eye on the mission. And it spreads down to the underclassmen, and they've done a really good job.
Very good. Well, I just got to ask you about the place. You're going to play Yankee Stadium Saturday night, national television, full house, 50,000 people there. There's history going back to the 1920s, Army and Notre Dame, and especially the 1940s. Does that resonate with you that it is a special night?
It is a special night. I feel like every game here at West Point or anywhere we go is a special moment. We're a special team with great history. We're on the shoulder of giants. From all Pattons, Eisenhowers, and all our Heisman winners. And it's honor to wear that black and gold. Honor to represent, especially the United States military, the academy as a whole. And all I can say is I'm very happy.
Now, Eisenhower was a pretty fair linebacker here.
Was he really?
Yeah, I played against Jim Thorpe here, I believe, in 1912.
Oh, man.
They had a game against the Carlisle team. Brett, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Cool.
Hey, over to Zoom, guys.
Hey, Brett, Sal from Black Knight Nation. How are you?
I'm doing good by yourself.
Good. Any specific thoughts about playing at Yankee Stadium on Saturday?
I think it's a really cool moment. I was really new in my awareness with the whole history at Yankee Stadium and the polo grounds and stuff. And I'm just really excited, relive that history and, be a part of a legacy.
Growing up, kind of watching Army football, did you ever catch any of the Army Notre Dame games, or was that something that was talked about?
Oh, yes.
The family?
Yes, sir. We have caught. I've always caught a lot of the Army Notre Dame games, or just the Navy Notre Dame and their rivalry. Growing up, I watched probably almost every Army game, and it was definitely a hard-fought battle. There's a lot of physicality and toughness involved in the game. Two great programs, Army and Notre Dame, and both teams represent everything well. They're doing a really good job on that side over there, and it all comes down to focus. How we play. Both teams will come out focused and toughness.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what you think it's going to take to contain their offense, but you kind of just hit it right there, right?
Yes, sir. Just focus and toughness. Keep our eye on the prize. On our goal, and don't let Army be Army.
The ranked team versus ranked team, Yankee Stadium. You guys are still undefeated. I know you're focusing on the task at hand. It's a big. Is this one of the biggest games that you played? Maybe that's not a Service Academy game.
Well, so I'm actually a firm believer. I feel like the more I got on here, I focus on that every game is really a big game for me, because you have a lot to prove. You have a lot to prove for the Army fans, West Point, and especially your teammates. Your teammates rely on you every day when you practice. Your play you make, whether you know it or not, the play you make while you're on the defensive side and the scout team, the offensive players on the other side are relying on you to make that play. So when it comes to those moments in every game we play in, it's always been a big game for me.
I appreciate it. Good luck on Saturday, Brett.
Thank you, so.
Hey, Brett, Ken McMillan from the Times Herald Record.
How you doing, Ken?
Good. Hey, Brett, are you a baseball fan?
I am a baseball fan. I mean, not recently, no. But growing up, baseball was really my main sport. I have a big baseball family. My dad was involved with baseball. Got looked at by MLB teams when he was in high school, and like my uncle and my grandpa. So, baseball is a pretty big thing in our family too. And I've always been a Rays fan. Not too big as a Rays fan, but in the past recent years, from middle school to now, I've really focused in on the Rays. And most of my families are Mets fans, and so it's a really good sport to watch and being around, especially growing up.
Of course, you're going to be playing at a football stadium, but it's kind of hard to miss the Yankee aspect and the historical nature.
Oh yeah, it is. It's actually really cool. Yankee Stadium is always a great time. Over summer when the football staff and Coach Munkin, they take us to the Yankee Stadium, watch some baseball games, and it's a blast. We have a lot of fun. A lot of us walk around. You see all the balls and
The museum.
the museum. So it's a really, really, really good time, and a lot of the statues and stuff, and especially when you see the players, the MLB players in real life too, with Aaron Judge. They're big people, man. They have a big impact in the world.
Sure. Brett, why has the linebacker unit come together so well this year?
I think it's a shared purpose. We all have a shared goal, so I feel like Coach Juice has really done a good job. You have guys in the room like Caleb Fortner, Anna Thomas, Adam Cash, Noah Nixon, Caden Brungard that have really put their nose to the grindstone. They have been grinding their butts off, and every day we talk about just normal conversation that we start on our own. We just sit in the meeting room, we talk a little bit before meetings start about what we want, what we look for as a team, and we always say it comes down to us and it comes down to what we want, and we talk about what we want to work on each day and how we want to get better. And I feel like it's very player driven, and Coach Juice has definitely helped establish that too. But the players in that room, my guys in the linebacker room, have done a really good job establishing that.
You're having a good time?
Oh yes, sir. I'm having a great time. I am. Despite West Point and the academic prowess, it's all a great time. West Point, man. It's the hardest, funnest place in the world.
Mm-hmm. I know I've asked you before about with your dad here in the past, but has he given you any advice on how to play a big game like this?
I feel like his thing. He's more of a calm guy, so I like to get my juice going. I like to get the blood flowing. The players on the team. My teammates know that I like to freaking get rowdy and start screaming, hooting and hollering. And then my dad was always the calm guy, breathe in, breathe out. And listen to his mixtapes that the sports psychiatrist would make here, and that was like his thing. So, he was always the guy that he had to focus on one thing at a time. And even though like I'm a very rowdy guy, I also focus on one thing at a time because you can't do the other. You can't do your end goal without doing the task at hand. So I feel like we definitely share that in common.
Yeah. Last thing, you've been playing football a long time. You played good teams here at West Point, but this one is a little bit different. Notre Dame certainly has earned the credibility here. But as a football player, as an 11 on 11, tell the reader. I mean, is there a puncher's chance here in that? They're not that much different from you guys.
They're a really good team. They're a really physical, fast, well-coached team. And, if we focus on the plan we have in that meeting room and we focus on not allowing us beat us, we hope for the best after the game.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's not like you're going against Larry Bird and Michael Jordan out there, right?
They have great players. I mean, they have great players. They have, they're not at to the point in college football for no reason. They have the dudes on the team. Great quarterback, great coach. Great running backs, great offensive line, great defense. They definitely put a statement in college football, and they wouldn't be there without the progress they made through the season. And and like I said, it comes down to us. It comes down to what we want to happen, or what we want eternally, and how we get there. It's from our standards here.
I'm sorry to ask this question, but I mean, LSU was a tough game last year.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure everybody wants to kind of wipe that from their memory here. But having gone through that experience and facing guys who may be future NFL pros, just like in Notre Dame, you learned some valuable lessons?
Yeah, we learned a lot of lessons. I feel like I learned a lot of lessons over each game. It's when you go against guys like that, it's always your A game. And I feel like every team since I've been here, we try to go against. We go with a attitude that I just do my 111th. That 111 does a big part in the game. Without your 111, you're on bus assignments, missed plays, missed tackles. Your attention to detail during that play is crucial. And I've learned also too, it's like, those guys play college football too. They are great freaking players. They have, good attitudes. They want the best for themselves and their team too. And that's what makes college football really special. So.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Ken.
John, do you have anything?
No, thanks. The questions have been asked and answered. Thanks.
Well, all right,
Yeah.
Brett. Thank you.